This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday. Jason Walker Show, hanging out inside the man cave and getting ready for a good time today. Helena High softball coach Ryan Schulte will join us. We'll talk with former Helena High football coach and current University of Providence track coach Tony Arntson will join us a little bit later on as well. His Argo's out at Nationals in Marion, Indiana. It's near Indianapolis. So we'll talk to both of those guys coming up. Got on this day in history. Montana Rodeo Roundup, I believe, is tomorrow. But your Auto Contest Performance of the Week is coming up as well. We've got state high school tournaments this week for tennis and softball, track and field, and then we're done till August for high school sports. But we're going to keep bringing you the great sports that coverage that you enjoy, that you can watch at jasonwalkershow.com, also Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Podbean, Network One Sports, Rumble. Oh, we're everywhere. Seriously, we're like on 24 platforms now. We just got on iHeart podcasting, iHeartRadio podcasts. So appreciate iHeart popping us on there as well. Don't forget about Continental Divide Radio. You can go to jasonwalkershow.com, click on the Continental Divide Radio link. That'll take you right to our brand new radio station. It plays everything. I was driving home today from golf and selling, sorry, honey. I was golfing. I heard back-to-back, who was it? Now I can't remember. Shaggy and then Otis Redding. Back-to-back. And then you got Coolio, Belinda Carlisle, you throw in some Garth, you throw in some George, you throw in some older country, classic rock, 80s, 90s. We even throw in some 50s and 60s. It's fantastic. And hope you check it out at Continental Divide Radio at jasonwalkershow.com. The Walk-Up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams. And, most importantly, your budget. Milled, handcrafted, in timber frame. Do yourself a favor and go check out Montana Custom Log Homes website, yourcustomlog.com. Because they honestly have unbelievable 50 years experience, finest craftsmen available not only in the state but in the entire West, I believe. They just, speaking of Indiana, they're going to start working next month on a big project out in Indiana for the tourism board. So Montana Custom Log Homes, from 700 square feet to as big as you want, they'll do it, and they'll do it right for you. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com. Let's just do this now and get our Auto Contest Performance of the Week taken care of. And that is going to be Polson Baseball. The Pirates, the first high school sports baseball season in the state of Montana, Saturday ended with the Polson Pirates defeating Whitefish 10-4 to take the championship. Espen Fisher, complete game. 2 earned runs, 6 hits allowed. He struck out 9, and that's so cool. Espen's a pretty good athlete, by the way, too, just in general. Also had a 3-run triple to give the Pirates their first lead, and he was a force. Whitefish fell behind, caught back into it. Polson came back. Dawson Dumont had a 2-run triple. Cody Haggard with a single, and it made it 10-4. Whitefish struggled a little bit, but what a great run. Polson goes 19-3 on the season, defeating Eureka, Florence Carlton, and then Whitefish in the championship. And Polson will be always known as the first high school baseball state champions out of, 23 teams this year? 21. And there'll be more. Belgrade taking third, beating Hamilton 10-7, and came back to revenge a loss in the first round to the Bronx. So that was pretty cool to see. Just great baseball being played, not only from the Legions, but also now the high school baseball, state of Montana. How cool is that? So that is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Polson, your first ever state baseball champions. Speaking of first ever, I made my first ever trip into Auto Concepts, 5 or 6 years ago, and been going back ever since. Right after I got my truck in 2017, went in for my birthday. My wife got me a beautiful tonneau cover, a bed rug that goes into the back, and makes vacuuming easy. I vacuumed out my truck. I drove up to Missoula yesterday with a bunch of guys for a Pro-Am golf tournament and took my truck, vacuumed it out. Instead of sweeping, you just vacuum. Vacuum the bed rug. You can wash and clean it. Take it through a car wash. It'll be easy. So make sure you stop into Auto Concepts. Also got my cattle guard there. Detailing, we talk about it in the commercial, but Father's Day is coming up. I would love nothing more from my wife and daughter than a detail from Auto Concepts, because they don't miss anything. They absolutely do not. So get into Auto Concepts, your auto enhancement experts in Helena. Seriously. Let's see, what else? Yep, so I was in Missoula yesterday, playing at Larchmont, in the Pro-Am. I've played in 3 Pro-Ams this year. Great Falls, Big Fork, and now Missoula, and I still haven't finished last. I was second to last in Great Falls. I was third or fourth to last in Big Fork, and I think fifth to last yesterday. And I started off really well. First hole, par 5, on in 3, and then I 3-putted for a bogey. But I had a great look on all the par 5s at birdies or pars. Played the par 5s really well. We had an hour rain delay, which it poured on us for about an hour. Thank goodness we were out where there was some cover. But had a good time. Our team did not win, but we had fun. And that's, I think, the most important thing. So no Pro-Am for a couple weeks on Mondays. It's fun. The Western Montana PGA chapter is so awesome across the state. You get to play some unbelievable, towns and golf courses. I think we're heading up to Polson soon. Maybe the Pirates can come down and give me a little inspiration and let me carry the first place baseball trophy around in the golf cart while I golf. Just saying that might actually be a good thing. Would help my game a lot. Let's see. The little one and I tonight got to figure out dinner, but we'll get that taken care of. She's so fun. She went golfing with me week and a half ago. On a Thursday, we did 18. She rode along for 18 holes. Friday, she did 36 holes. What a trooper. She's got a golf junior camp coming up, which is fantastic. And she likes to putt. My buddies and I showed her a couple things on the green with putting, and she's drilling them, the 5-year-old. So here's my plan with her. I'm trying to convince my wife at some point to move to Phoenix. My wife's got to work. I'll raise her on the golf course. I've already got a couple of, girls that have been on this show, Haley Ostrom being one of them. Haley said she'd be her personal golf coach. Haley can coach her. And then when she goes into college, and then when she turns pro, then I can be her caddy. My wife can be your business manager and set, right? I'm thinking it's a great idea. Let me know what you think if you want. At Jaywalker Sports on the Twitter. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got softball to talk about. You've got state across the state this week. State AA is in Helena. You also have State A, State BC. I'll be doing NFHS Saturday for the AA consolation and championship games. So hopefully you can tune in to NFHS. Could be a Capital Helena High. Could be a Glacier in there. Could be a Belgrade. We'll talk to Ryan Schulte, the Helena High coach, when we return here on the Jason Walker Show. The Walk-Up is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. Veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check out Montana Custom Log Homes, yourcustomlog.com to get started today. Ryan Schulte, Helena High Bengal softball coach, coming up next here. Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
I'm Bobby Houck, head football coach of the Montana Grizzlies. And this summer at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than celebrating Montana's best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Malott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student-athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke about their own mental health last year, it's become apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. We're going to talk to Tony Arntson, head coach of the Providence track and field team, coming up. 6 athletes out at Nationals this week, starting tomorrow at Marion, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis. We've got state tournaments this week. The State A softball tournament is being played somewhere. If the page would load, I'd tell you exactly where. How about in Belgrade? You also have the State BC. That is going to be played at somewhere. In Anaconda. Let's see. Also in action this week, state tennis, state track and field. I know state track is in, was it the A? Here, how about I just do this? I just told my dad this the other day because he's asked, where was it? Okay, so let's do this. State BC tennis in Great Falls. State AA tennis this weekend at Kalispell. State A tennis is in Missoula. State AA softball in Helena. State A Belgrade. State BC Anaconda. State AA and B track at Butte. And then the AC state track and field meet will be held this weekend in Laurel. So there you go. We mentioned the AA softball is in Helena at Batch Fields. It'll be on the NFHS network Saturday for the consolation or for the third place game in the championship. And I'll be getting the chance to call those. Joining us now to talk about his team is the head coach of the Helena High Bengals. His name is Ryan Schulte, and he joins us now, courtesy of the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, I ran into you. You were getting your hair cut the other day. You're looking good, I must say.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Well, they do a great job over there.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
And it's easy for you to walk right across the street.
It's a piece of cake. I just go over during lunch or prep and get it taken real quick, get it cut up, and get the heck out of there.
What's the longest your hair has ever been?
Oh, you'd have to go back. I spent some time in the military, so it was pretty short there for a while. I'd have to go all the way back to high school when it was fairly long. It was, I don't know, it was all the way over the years, and, it was the early 2000s. So, I mean, it was a full head of hair, that's for sure. But it's been a long time since that day. There's certainly not as much hair. I couldn't get that long or look that good anymore. I'll tell you that.
I wish the long hair would come back. My wife hates it, but I want it back.
I think as you walk around the high school, there's plenty of it coming back.
Perfect.
Surprisingly enough, some shouldn't, but some do it anyway. So
that's true. That is true. Talking with Helena High softball coach Ryan Schulte, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, state this weekend. How do you feel about the Bengals as you enter state?
I feel great about this group, and I think there's a couple reasons to be, extremely confident, extremely positive. I think it starts with their resume and the teams they've beat already. And I think that it's not to say that, that means that, we're going to come out and, just beat them because we beat them before. But what I think it says is that we're capable of beating anybody from the top down. And that when we play our best, we give ourselves great opportunities to be successful. And that's as we move into the week, that's, as a coach, that's all you want is the opportunity and the ability to go out and play your best and to beat the best teams in the state. And I think that what the girls have done so far this year is put them in a position to, one, play their best and to find some success.
Take me through the team, because I really haven't talked to you much yet this year. I was a little busy with college softball, with Providence, but so take me through the Bengals.
Yeah, I think everything is with our seniors, as I think it usually does. 3 or 4 years in the program, I understand expectations, and so we have 6 seniors that are doing a great job of leading this group, and I think any one of them and every single one of them has stepped up in a game and had a big moment, a big play, and so those 6, kind of just rattle them off here, but Kendall Clemp behind the plate has caught every single game for us, every single pitch, and she's done a great job with both of our pitchers, so I'll talk about here in a minute. Then it goes to first with Brooke Richardson, and those two work together in the 3-4 spot and have done a magnificent job there. Kendall's a 500 plus hitter right now. Brooke leads us in home runs and RBIs, but Kendall leads us in hits and doubles, and they've really secured that spot in the order and have produced for us in some really, really big moments. Working our way around to third is Callie May. She's done just an outstanding job there. It's the first year she started there for us, and she has just been phenomenal there. She's gritty. She's everything you'd want in a third baseman, just from a toughness standpoint. And then at the plate, she's our 5 hitter, and she's been hot and driven in and had some big games. Really, really big game against Missoula Big Sky. The first time we played them, she was really clutch in that game, especially late in the game. She had a couple big hits for us that were huge. The rest of the infield, the rest of our seniors are our outfielders. All 3 of them, Kenna Campbell, Mallory English, and Maddie Lamping, and those 3 have really done a great job in the outfield for us this year. We had an injury hit us early with our original starting center fielder in Katrin Seleskar, and who's only a junior, thankfully, and so she'll be back. But those 3 have stepped up, and we moved them around and played them where we thought was best against certain teams, and they've just handled it so well. And Mal's done a great job as our leadoff hitter, and just gets it really sets the tempo for us every single game. And you work over to Maddie. Maddie hits towards the bottom of our order, but she's a lefty, and we kind of changed some things up with her in the midway point of the season with her swing, and she's really coming on, I think, at this point in time. And then, Kenna Campbell's just has one of the more explosive swings on our team. And when she hits that thing solid, she hits it hard, and she's doing a really good job of hitting it right now. And then I'll just talk about our infielders, the rest of them. But, our shortstop and our second base right up the middle are both juniors, in Ashley Koenig and Kylie Gardapi. And both of them have, kind of playing new position, as Ashley was our shortstop or our second baseman last year, and we moved her over. And, I think it was in a little bit of an adjustment at times. That's a different thing over there. You got to be clean. You got to be quick with the ball. And second base, you can make a few more mistakes. You got a little more time. And Ashley has had to adjust to that, but she's done a great job. And, Kylie at the plate has been really, really explosive. I think she hit her 7th home run this weekend of the season, and she hits in our 7th spot. And so she really does a great job providing sort of that second turnover, that second cleanup hitter for us. And she's really taken advantage of that spot and provided some huge hits for us down the stretch. And then I think you got to talk about the circle. Everybody talks about it. Everybody knows it. And I think that we have we have two of them that are very good. Faith Howard's pitched more innings, and right now she leads the state in strikeouts. And she's been really, really good in some key games, and has been very, very consistent for us. Riley has started just as many games. She hasn't pitched as many innings, and there's been a couple of times where I wish we play a little bit better defensively behind her. But she has been more than solid and really good. Her record is rivaled with any other starting pitcher in the state, with maybe the exception of the pitcher from Glacier and then the pitcher from Billings West. But everybody else, she's right there on par with everybody else's starting pitcher, and she's someone that we're fortunate to have, because she'd be a number one in most other rotations, and she's just they're a great battery together. They work well together. They're different. They give everybody different looks, and so they complement each other really, really well.
You mentioned a couple of players there. Mal English feels like she's been playing since she was 6 years old. and I think Faith too.
Yeah, it really helps when, and again, Faith's only a sophomore, but for crying out loud, Mal's kind of one of those that is, her sister played, and, she's just been around, and she's been a contributor for a long time, and we're fortunate to have that experience in her for sure. All right, which Lamping was better? Oh, God. Now you're going to get me into a fight. Well, I'll say this. Maddie's the better right fielder and the better left-handed swinger, and Ash is the better center fielder and right-handed swinger. We'll put it that way.
Wow. That is as politically correct as you can get.
Well, if you know the Lamping girls at all, you know why I'm being politically correct.
Oh, hey, so. I spent a doubleheader with Ash in Missoula with Providence and whoever they played, and just her and I up in the press box. She was running the scoreboard, I was running the stats, and she's so funny.
Oh, yeah. That's the one thing that neither of them is missing, is any personality.
I tried to get her to tell me some Schulte stories, and she really wouldn't.
Those are apparently locked up. They know the deal. It's what goes on stays in the field, and try not to embarrass the coach unless you're doing it to his face. That's kind of their rule of thumb.
No, she's so funny. So I had a blast sitting with her, and then she got sick. So, all right, let's talk about state at Batch this weekend. You guys have the buy into the 8th game of the day with that 2 seed out of the West. You're going to take on the winner of Great Falls High Flathead. Break down those two teams and what can we expect from who you will play.
Yeah, the thing about Flathead is, we went up and played them. Obviously up there first, and then they came and played here, and it was immediately clear that this was a better Flathead team than they've had. They fielding wise, they just didn't make the same mistake. Their routine stuff was being taken care of in the field. Their pitchers are all good enough to throw strikes and force you to put the ball in play, and that makes a huge difference. And and then up and down the order, there's not a swing in that order that you're not thinking about. They all have the ability to put the ball in play and to be effective, and so they're a team that. And at this point in time, I think they're playing with some confidence. They upset Great Falls High last week in non-conference play, and so they're a team I think that's playing well. They had to split with Butte in order to get in, and they got the job done over there. And so they're a team that I think can come in and, they're going to be tough. They're going to be a tough out. Great Falls High, we played early in the year. And the thing about Great Falls High that we've known and that I've known from the day that I've started coaching in this league is that Great Falls High is going to come out and hit the ball. And especially this time of the year, they've just always done a good job with that. And so they're a team that you got to be ready to play defense, and that, as pitchers, you got to put the ball in the right spots. You got to locate well, and you got to be able to change speed because they're a team that when they get rolling, if they find a groove at the plate, they're tough to beat. In the circle, they've got a veteran pitcher in Tennyson Enos, who I think does a nice job. We didn't see her a ton earlier this year when we played them, but I would expect that if they get the win over Flathead, that's who we'll see in the circle. And she's good. She's a senior. She's been doing this for a long time. She's kind of had to carry that team For the last couple of years, they aren't really deep there. And so she's pitched a lot of innings for them, and that experience matters a whole lot, especially when it comes time for this. So, regardless of who gets that win, I think that as a team, that's one we're going to have to be ready for, regardless of whoever, advances to that game against us.
Is this the deepest? Maybe, I mean, every year there's always that one or two pitchers that stand out, but is this the deepest AA been in a while as far as just solid, great pitching and not that one or two standouts,
Yeah, I think as far as for as long as I've been in, I think you look at it, I think that it absolutely is. I think there are some that have separated themselves as pitchers in the circle, and I think their numbers show that. But I also think that there are also pitchers that can get hit and have been hit. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of what everybody's looking at, saying, this is one of those tournaments that in a lot of ways is very wide open, and that a lot of different teams can win just because there is some depth. And the word parity gets thrown out there. And I think there's some truth to that. That the thing that, you don't want to do in this tournament is you don't want to find yourself, I think, down in the bracket, in the lower end of the bracket, especially early, because, you're going to see, a lot of different pitchers, but it's going to be a long weekend even if you do have a good pitcher to kind of fall back on.
How happy are you that it's a batch field and you guys don't have to travel?
We've played here. We played in Missoula. I'm excited to be here, though. I think that anytime you get to kind of play this in your back door, sleep in your own bed, I think is a great thing. The ability to come and get warmed up on our field and do our thing before games, I think is a huge benefit to us. There's a comfortability there, and we're going to continue to use that to our advantage, and we'll talk about that today. And the only thing about it is, sometimes you don't get you don't get that same, on the road and out to dinner and in the motel. So there's something missing when you're on the road, but it certainly, I think, makes up for it with being at home and having some of those advantages.
All right, last question before I let you go, but I've never, maybe it's not a question, it's a statement. I've never called a Helena High softball game. You've been trying since 2014. I'm going to need you to make it to Saturday, third place game at 10 a.m. So at least that game and hopefully the noon game, so that I can finally call a Helena High game.
Well, I'd sure like to be able to give you that opportunity as well, man. That's obviously, anytime we start the year off, that's the first goal that we talk about. We want to play on Saturday at the state tournament, and then, we'll move on. We'll figure it out from there. But I'm right there with you. There's nothing more that I'd like to see happen than you get that first opportunity on Saturday here from Batch Fields in Helena.
I think that's what you just tell the girls today in practice, Coach, is if you want Jason Walker to call your games for NFHS, you got to make it to Saturday.
Absolutely. I think that's probably going to be the thing I'm going to go tell him right now, man.
All right. Hey, Coach, good luck. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. And yeah, best of luck to the Bengals.
All right. I appreciate it, Jason. Thank you.
Head coach of the Bengals, Ryan Schulte, joining us here. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home. It's your auto. It's your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller, State Farm in Helena today. I was looking around the news area and for sports, saw this. So Bozeman Bucks shortstop Bryce Hampton has been invited to participate in area code games this summer in Kansas City. And if he performs well, I mean, this is something. He's a junior. Christopher Wrench was invited last year. They'll play in Kansas City, and that's pretty cool. Get a lot of scouts looking at you. A lot of scouts. And if you do well, you may get drafted out of high school. Kid said if he doesn't, he's going to go to college. So at least he has a backup plan. Let's see here. What else did we see? I think that was about the coolness part. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll check in with track and field on the collegiate level. Tony Arntson, longtime Helena High football coach, now coaching the track and field team up in Great Falls at the University of Providence. He will join us from Indianapolis, the site of the NAIA National Meet this week, and he'll join us when we return here on the Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
I'm Brent Vegan, head football coach at Montana State. And this year at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame, we're doing more than just celebrating our very best. On Saturday, June 24th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, there will be a Speak Up Student-Athlete Mental Health Symposium from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Prominent figures throughout Montana, such as Jim O'Day and Tommy Millott, will offer discussion and collaboration on how to better the mental health of our student-athletes. After 3 Hall of Famers spoke up about their own mental health last year, it became apparent that we prioritize this topic at the Montana Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please join us on Saturday, June 24th, and for more information, go to the website mtfootballhof.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Make sure you stop in. Hot games, warm staff, cold drinks. Drink and gamble responsibly. On this day in history coming up, got the walk-off and more still to come as well. But it is time to talk track and field. And joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline is coach at the University of Providence Argos. His name is Tony Arntson, here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, I quit my job. I haven't talked to you. You kind of, you helped me get the job, and then I resigned, and then all of a sudden you're like, screw this guy. I don't want to talk to him anymore. But I begged and pleaded. Here he is. How are you, Coach?
Doing great. Down in Indianapolis right now, and we had a beautiful day, and kids are ready to go.
How many did you end up qualifying?
We ended up with 6.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to run through a few of those because I still know a few of those because I was still writing stories when they were still setting school records.
Yep.
But 6, is that kind of what you thought as you entered the season? You obviously wanted, more, but 6 was a good number?
Oh yeah. We pretty much really hoped for 3, and we kind of got 3 bonuses in there. So it was good on all fronts. And, we missed a couple. We actually had a couple of freshmen that came really, really close, but they were unexpected anyway. So no, we're very excited about getting 6 kids down. It's the most ever in the program. And, we've got as many as anybody in the Frontier and more than most. So, it's a good year for us for sure.
Talking with Tony Arntson, the head track and field coach for the University of Providence Argos. Let's start with Tara Birch because all she does is set school records, and she's got a 3.66 in the pole vault, which is unbelievably good. And she's got, I think, an outside chance of getting into that podium and maybe in the top 3.
Yeah, I think she's got a great shot at it. Tara's finally healthy and finally got back in her groove, and I honestly think she's going to see her best day tomorrow. I'm really excited to see her get an opportunity to get on that podium because she's jumping well. Things are good. She's fairly healthy, and I'm just excited for her. This is a big step for her, and great thing is everyone that we have down here we get back next year,
which is definitely a good thing. Mackenzie Clark did I don't know if I've seen anybody throw the javelin and so good and so consistent as Mackenzie does. And Carter, Montana is kind of a small place up there by Fort Benton, but she gets it done. And I know she's got a little bit of an injury, but she's got experience at nationals. That's got to help.
Yeah, it really does. And she's learned a lot from being down here. She's got the livest arm of any girl in this competition, to be honest with you. And she's got a chance to make a run at it. And, if she has a great day and everything feels good, it could be a great one from her. And she's learned a lot from the past. And Coach Crest has done a great job with her. Of getting her down early and letting her get comfortable with the runway. And I look for big things out of her. She's very confident right now.
And she should be. She was so solid all season long. And that's a great word to use, is solid, because every time she took, the run, you had a chance of setting a school record or competing for first place. And she's done that so solidly all year.
Yeah, and again, Alan did a great job of getting her into some bigger competition and letting her, compete down in Missoula against some D1 schools, and she handled that great. She won that meet, and I think she just mentally she feels real good about where she's at right now, and I look for big things out of her tomorrow.
Allison Connor, I believe she also has a school record in the hammer throw, 52.67 meters. She's got a chance to become an All-America as well.
Yeah, I really think she does too. And again, Allison is just one. She's a worker. She's a grinder and a worker, and she takes a lot of pride in what she does. And we're going to be very fortunate to get her back next year as a graduate student, and she's going to make her name known down here. I think this week, and looking forward to another great year next year for sure. I'm excited for her. She's a great kid.
Someone that's got experience at nationals, aside from McKenzie, is Tatiana Martinez. She was third last year. And in discus, her and Calla Halderson have really good throws, and they've been consistent.
Yeah, they really have. And Tatiana, she came out of nowhere last year. Like, I think she was ranked maybe 15th or 18th coming down here last year, and she just hit that one great throw. And every time you watch her throw, you know that that's in there. And when she hits it, it goes big. So, again, another great competitor. She's a relentless worker, and 4.0 student on top of it. And we're just lucky that we get to have her around for a couple more years again.
You only got one guy, but he's a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, you put him in the discus competition anywhere, he's got a chance to win. In Emo.
Yeah, Rico, we call him. He that guy. He's gone through a lot of injuries this year. He's fighting a knee and fighting a shoulder, and he's fought through it. And it took him all the way to the last qualifying meet to get here, and I'm excited for him because that kid has competed so hard all year that there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to get his best throw down here. And if he gets his best throw down here, he's going to have a chance to get up in that group that's going to be pushing for the top seeds.
Okay, you mentioned Coach Kress, Alan Kress. He's the only one really working there this week. Why are you there? Because you got no track people.
Wait now. I'm gonna control the pole vault that actually Coach Juden, who couldn't come, should be doing. But I'm gonna take care of Tara. But there's no doubt. I mean, I tell my athletic director every year that I've been here for 3 years now, is he when we get into our meeting and he says, "What do you want for next year?" and I says, "Don't lose Alan Kress."
Mm-hmm.
That's all I care about, because I truly believe in my mind that there's not a better guy. Like, we're so fortunate to have him at this level and in Great Falls at the University of Providence. There's nobody that cares more about it. There's nobody that knows more about it. And it just shows. I mean, he's got 5 kids down here competing in nationals that, nobody else wanted to really give a scholarship to, and he did, and he made them what they are. And he's a spectacular guy, and he's got a great passion for the kids, and they just love him. We're very fortunate to have him.
Talking with Tony Arntson, Providence track and field coach, on the Mike Miller State Farm hotline. Okay. How much do you miss me?
Are we on? Is this live?
Don't tell me the same thing Harry Clark from Carroll just said.
I'm going to miss you being around, man. We've had so many great years together, and when you were coming to Providence, and it really excited me. But I'm always happy for you. I get it, and we're definitely going to stay in touch and keep our great sports relationship and a great friendship too. And that's the most important thing to me.
Sounds like you're in Great Falls with the sirens right now.
I feel like I might be getting arrested right now.
Well, based off of what Harry Clark said, you should be throwing him there.
That's the problem. I'm hanging out with Harry. I should not be hanging out with Harry.
See, if I had stayed and you had taken me to Indianapolis with you guys, I would have kept you away from Harry.
Exactly. See, that's why I need you here. That's why you need to rethink about this job situation right now.
Hey, if they let me work from home, I definitely would.
Exactly, no doubt.
You know what I'm most bummed about is we didn't get a chance to go to bingo night. You invited me to bingo night like in August, and I'm like, but you were never there on Thursday nights when I was.
I know, it just didn't work out. We might just do it one night just for fun anyway.
Just drive up to Great Falls to play bingo?
Yep, just drive up, play bingo, and take a little road trip.
I like that a lot. That's actually not a bad idea.
There's nothing wrong with that. Bingo's a great game for us old people.
You know what we do?
Wait, are you us old people, or is that just me old people?
Yeah, well, it's mainly just you. I'm getting there, but I'll never be as old as you.
No, you never will. You'll never catch me.
Here's what we can do. I got the perfect date. Ready for this?
All right.
We go golf at Meadowlark because I have reciprocity up there.
Yeah.
Go do 18. Have some nice dinner somewhere, and then we go to bingo.
You're on.
And
you're on.
You make it happen. You tell me what Thursday.
Pick a Thursday.
Oh, that would be
not this Thursday.
No.
I'll still be in Indianapolis.
And let's not bring Harry.
No, I'm not bringing Harry. Don't worry about that. I only hang out here. It's pure track reasons. That's the only reason.
Yes, that is. I know you two. I'm sure that's the only reason you guys hang out.
It's pure business. It's all business, Harry and I.
I don't know if there's a second of business involved in that.
There's very little, I'll be honest with you. There's very little.
Oh, man. Hey, have fun out in Indianapolis.
All right.
Appreciate you joining us. Tell everybody hi at Providence. Tell the team good luck as well. And I look forward to having you on next week when we talk about some of these standout performances.
That'd be awesome, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, buddy.
Tony Arntson joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. He's so funny. I've known him now almost 10 full years. When I first moved to Helena in 2013, he was still coaching at Helena High. Got a chance to know him, and yeah, we've become pretty good buddies over the last 10 years. He's a great guy. Good luck to all the Frontier talent participating out in the NAI National Track and Field Meet this week. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. All right, let's do, let's see. On this day in history, it is Tuesday, May the 23rd. It is National Taffy Day. It is also National Lucky Penny Day. On this date in 1873, the very first Preakness ran, and Survivor would win it in 2:43. I did not pick the Preakness winner. It finished second. 1922, future world heavyweight boxing champ Gene Tunney suffered his only professional defeat in a 15-round points decision. 1926, Chicago Cub Hack Wilson, the first to hit a home run off the Wrigley Field scoreboard. 1941, in his 20th world heavyweight boxing title defense, Joe Louis knocks out Bud Bear in the first round. 1991, Phillies pitcher Tommy Green with a no-hitter. 2021, 2 years ago today, Phil Mickelson becomes the oldest major winner in history at the age of 50, winning the PGA Championship. And nice job by Brooks Koepka to win it this year. 1934, on this date, American outlaws Bonnie Parker, Clyde Barrow, killed by law enforcement in an ambush in Louisiana. Saw a great movie with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson about Bonnie and Clyde. The Highwaymen, I think it was called. I think it was on Netflix, but great movie. Absolutely loved it. Might have to watch that again at some point. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. The Copper Club is right next door. And you could stop in, order your dinner, and take it to go. I believe they do DoorDash. I do know they deliver. But there is nothing better than Cafe Zydeco at any time of the year. It was a good show. Thanks to Tony Arntson joined us. Ryan Schulte joined us as well. Tomorrow, big show. Hazard Lee will join us one of the premier fighter pilots of all time in the Air Force. He's going to talk about what it's like to fly until your plane jiggles. Sheriff Leo Dutton's going to join us tomorrow for our yearly Don't Be Dumb speech for this weekend. That's what I phrase it. He's just like, be careful. We'll have the good sheriff in tomorrow here in the Man Cave. Thanks to Coach Schulte. Thanks to Coach Arntson. Thanks to all of our fantastic viewers and listeners and great sponsors. Continental Divide Radio. Check it out at jasonwalkershow.com. That's where all of our previous shows are as well. We are also working on a new website for everything. So we'll keep you updated on that. Hope you have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow with Sheriff Leo Dutton and Hazard Lee on The Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.